We all love watching the financial videos of Nisha. Nischa Shah is an accountant, money expert, and a popular YouTuber. Her story is quite fascinating. In this video, I'll tell you how Nisha's love for finance and business started, why she quit her high-paying investment banking job to become an entrepreneur, and how she became a successful entrepreneur and YouTuber. So, now let's start from the beginning. Nischa Shah was born in 1994 into a joint family in the United Kingdom. Her father was born in Uganda, whereas her mother was born in an Indian village. Nisha's father is an entrepreneur, and her mother is an employee. Both of them are first-generation immigrants. They moved to the UK in the early 1980s and started from scratch. Nisha has two sisters. Nisha has been a finance geek from a young age. Growing up, she was very close to her father, and their dinner conversations mainly revolved around business, finance, money, and entrepreneurship, and it's no wonder that she became interested in them, and thanks to these conversations, she later developed a flair for finance and entrepreneurship. Growing up, her mother used to leave for work, and her father used to look after Nisha and her sister, and Nisha spent most of her early years in the back of her father's transit van, accompanying him to his business meetings and observing him and other people doing business. Much later, when Nisha got a banking job, she thought that she would be in the job just for a couple of years and then quit her job and start her own business. Now, let's take a brief look at her education. Even though Nisha grew up in an atmosphere of business rather than education, she was the studious and nerdy one in her family. Nisha did her schooling from the Latimer School in London and did A-levels in maths, economics, and media and scored 9 A's in GCSEs. At the time, even though she did film and photography, 4 A-levels in media, as a hobby, little did she know that she would later become a YouTuber. Nisha studied for a 3-year undergraduate degree in finance, accounting, and management from the University of Nottingham. She is an ICAEW qualified chartered accountant. Now, let's take a brief look at Nisha's career. She did modeling while at school and first year of university, but she later quit it as she started focusing on finance, business, and entrepreneurship. In her second year of university, she applied for a number of summer internships, mostly for middle office functions that can sponsor the ACA qualification. She got sponsored to complete the accountancy qualification. Nisha got an offer from Deutsche Bank and made it to the Client magazine by talking about how to empower and inspire millennials. Thanks to this, she got a full-time offer at the bank and moved to the front office. Nisha worked as an associate in structured trade and export finance at this bank from 2013 to 2018. In April 2018, she joined Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corporation and worked as vice president, capital markets in London. Nisha has a habit of journaling. At the end of every year, she self-audits herself and writes down what she would accomplish in the upcoming year. In 2021, she asked herself in her Law of Attraction planner, "What would I want to experience in life if time and money weren't an issue?" Among many answers was doing something that she enjoys whilst impacting and motivating others using her core strengths. Later, Nisha read the Almanac of Naval Ravikant book and learned of the myriad benefits of starting a podcast or YouTube channel. At the time, she was doing fine at her day job but wasn't enjoying it and felt all-time low. She was mentally and physically drained to work and felt her job to be unfulfilling. So, she wanted to try something completely different and so started her YouTube channel by the name Nisha on December 4, 2021. She noticed that financial YouTube videos were full of jargon. So, she decided to teach finance in simpler terms and also earn from her channel. As Nisha has been doing finance for many years, she has knowledge of business and has been learning many things. She decided to document her learning publicly through her channel and also inspire and impact people. At the time, Nisha used to do property investing on the side and earn through rental property, and a lot of her friends were curious to learn about it. So, she published a video on it. This was her first YouTube video. It was published on December 14, 2021. Soon, Nisha's channel became an escape from her day job. Once, one of her close colleagues in her team, who worked in the job for nearly 2 decades, was let go, and she was pained to see this, and she realized that the company doesn't owe its employees anything except a paycheck. At the time, Nisha got promoted but couldn't celebrate it. She had a feeling that even though she is lucky to get promoted, she might not always hold down her job and realize that she is only as good as the hours she can dedicate while working for someone else, and her earnings are directly linked to her time. She desired financial freedom and more control over her financial life. Only Nisha's first few years of working in the corporate career were fulfilling and intellectually stimulating. Eventually, she started losing interest in her job and started feeling unfulfilled, and this took a toll on her mental health. Nischa signed up for therapy sessions, and in her second session, her therapist suggested she see a life coach. But she went home and spent a few days in solitude and introspected herself and tried to understand the reasons for her dissatisfaction and realized that she had no interest in her job and was doing it only for paycheck and social status. Nischa realized that her passion lay in inspiring people by teaching them finances. So, she decided to continue working on her YouTube channel, courses, and workshops, teaching people finances. It was evident to her that she couldn't continue with her day job, but she didn't quit immediately as she was using her salary to build up an emergency fund, pay for all her investments of stocks, properties, index funds, gold, and other side hustles. When Nischa's income from side hustles matched her fixed costs and she was earning an additional £300, she decided to quit her job and become a full-time entrepreneur. So, after working 9 years in investment banking, Nischa quit her job in 2023. Being child-free and having an emergency fund which could last her 9 months in case something doesn't work out, gave her the confidence to quit her day job. At the time of her resignation, Nischa took an 84% pay cut from her $300,000 banking job and also let go of a 6-figure bonus, which was the largest bonus of her career, because she feared that she might delay quitting her job and following her passion by few years if she accepts the bonus. Thankfully, everything worked out for Nischa, better than expected, as she made more in a year as a full-time entrepreneur than at the end of her 9-year banking career, and she continues to earn astronomically higher compared to what she used to earn in banking. Nischa started earning a 6-figure income from her businesses in 2023. She published a video titled, "A Day in My Life as an Investment Banker," in September 2022. This video became popular and helped her gain many subscribers on her channel, and thanks to the success of this video, she decided to continue working long-term on her channel. Currently, Nischa has 1.15 million subscribers on her channel and earns from ads, affiliate marketing, and sponsorships. She has a team helping her with her channel. Nischa films her videos with a Sony Alpha 6 400 camera. She is an avid reader, and these are some of her book recommendations. I Will Teach You to Be Rich, Rich Dad Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich, Lean In, and The 4-Hour Workweek. This book helped her to balance her side hustles while working at her full-time job. This Londoner is an introvert and journals a lot. So, how are you inspired by Nischa Shah's story? Please comment below. If you are into reading, I've also written her story on my website, which I'm linking in this video's description. If you are interested in more success stories of your favorite YouTubers, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.